Yes. Yeah. Good evening, all. So before I start, can anyone please confirm whether my voice is clear, whether the screen is visible or not? Yes. Hi. Uh, so today I'm entering into technicals of Python, like Python data types and variables. Observe Python data types and variables, like every organization, observe every organization use case has got data and operations, has got data and operations. Data represented using, observe this data represented data types and variables. Yes. Operations represented using operations represented using functions. Understand data, every organization use case has got data and operations. Data by using data types and variables. Data means, for example, any organization, if you take example of a bank, bank has got, for example, take example of a bank. Data means like customer data, customer name, account number, address, branch, balance, right? That is data. Operations means like withdraw operations, transfer operations, deposit operations, right? So data represented using data types and variables, and operations represented using functions. Functions we'll be discussing later, but as of now, data types and variables to make you understand much better. So I'll be just comparing this Python data types with other languages. You can just check. If you are comparing with the C or C++ or Java compared with the Python, right? Python supports dynamic data types. Python supports dynamic data types. We say dynamic data types. Observe. In other programming languages like C, C++, Java, if you want to define some variable like x equal to 10, compulsory you need to say int. Y equal to 4.5, compulsory you need to say float. Z equal to hello, a string I need to say. Without this data type defining, you cannot create these variables x, y, and z. In Python, directly we can say x as 10, no need to define the data types. Y as 4.5. Z equal to hello. But here, what kind of variable x is? What kind of variable x is means, as you have defined as integer, as you have integer variable created. What kind of variable y is means, as you have defined here float. Y is a float variable. Z is what type variable? String. Z is a string variable, right? Okay. If you are assigning, so here what kind of variable x is means what value you are assigning to it. If you are assigning a integer value, integer variable is getting created dynamically here in runtime. So in Python, based upon what value you are assigning, based on the value assigned, the variables are getting created dynamically. There is a function called type function, type of x. What is type of x? Int type. Why it is integer? Because you are assigning a integer value to x. Type of y is what type? Float type. Why it is float? Because you are assigning a float value to it. So depending upon what value you are assigning, based on the value assigned, the variables getting created dynamically here in Python. There is a function, right? Type of z is string type. Why it is a string? Because you assigned a string value based upon the value assigned. Yes, to make you understand much better, I'm going to discuss four cases now. What happens internally, right? Within the memory level, which you won't be able to see. Case one, observe this case one. Whenever you define some variables in Python, whenever you say like x equal to 10, internally one object gets created with value 10. It's going to, an object with value 10 gets created. It is going to have some address. It is going to store it so and so address. That address is given to x. What x is storing? X, don't say x is storing 10. X stores this address 103070. So here three things you need to understand. Whenever I say print x, whenever I say print x means control goes to this address and prints whatever, see, just it goes to this address and prints whatever content present at that address. Print x means prints the content at that address, prints the content at that address. What is the content at that address? 10. It, whenever you say print x, it goes to this address and prints whatever content at that address. If you want to print the address where exactly it is stored in the memory, there is one more function given by Python, id. id means address. id of x prints the address of x. Prints the address of x. What is the address of x? 10, yes, 70. Print type of x. Prints the data type of x. Prints the data type of x. What is the data type of x? Integer type. What value you are assigning to it? So understand these three things: printing the content, printing the address, and printing the type. Print x, print id of x, print the type of x, right? Yes. Hmm. id of x, type of x, printing the content, printing the address, printing the data type of x. Yes. Now, case 2. Observe this case 2. Yes. Now from here onwards, I want the sessions to be interactive. Everyone try to unmute and try to respond. If I am creating two variables x and y, how many objects are going to be created? Yes, try to respond. Here, how many objects are going to be created?
Two.
Two objects, right? For 10, one object. For 20, another object. So it is going to have some address. That address will be written to x 104080. Yes. Now try to respond. If I say print x, what is print x? What is print x?
10.
10. So whether your answers are correct or wrong, keep responding. I want the sessions to be interactive. Everyone, type then id of x. There is a function called id function. id of x. What is it?
100.
1070. Type of x. What is the type of x? Integer, right?
Integer.
Now print y. What is that? 20.
90.
Print id of y, address. What is that?
1040.
104080. Type data type of y. What is the data
Integer.
type? Integer. So what is your observation here? So two different variables x and y with two different values, then two different objects, then two different addresses. Two different variables, two different values, two different objects, two different addresses. Printing their content, printing the address, and printing the type. Observe this case 3 here. Hmm. X equal to 10, Y equal to 10. Now try to respond on this. How many objects will
Mm,
be created? Everyone.
2.
How many?
Mm,
Yes. Everyone, try to respond. How many objects?
2.
Observe carefully here. Only one object will be created in the memory. Only one object.
right.
Before creating object for Y, first it checks any object with value 10. If it is already available in the memory, the same address will be returned. If X is 10, Y
Right.
is 10, Z is 10. If X is 10, Y is 10, Z is 10. Don't think three objects with 10, 10, 10 will be created in the memory. No, only one object. And the same address will be given to X, Y, and Z. For example, if X value is 10, Y is 20, Z is 30. In such case, how many objects will be created?
2.
X is
Right.
10, Y is 20, Z is 30. Assume
Oh, that is 3. Yeah.
three objects will be created.
Yeah.
If the contents are same, one object. If the contents are different, multiple objects will be created in the memory. So X, Y, and Z here, they are sharing the same content and same address, right? They are sharing the same content and the address. So if you want print X, if you say or print Y, if you say or print Z, they are going to print the same value 10. Addresses also ID of X. Even if we say name equal to Ajay, 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 X, Y, Z. So same only one object, one address. Print address of Y, address of Z equal to 103070. Type will be integer type. For X, Y, and Z, the type will be integer type. Observe this case for once. In the case 4, I'm not going to take two X and Y. I will take X as 10 and X as 20 this time, not X and Y. This time X is 10, X is 20. Hmm. For 10, one object will be created. For 20 also, one object will be created. They are going to have some address. The address given to X. It is going to have some address. The address given to X. Up to here it is fine. But whenever I say print X, what is the X value it prints? Whether it will print 10 or 20 or both.
Error.
That's 10.
For
X is 10.
example, your salary last year 50,000, your salary this year 80,000. Print salary, what it prints? Latest salary. Here X value is 10 in the first line, X value equal to 20 in the second line. Print X prints the latest value always. Understand here, whenever you got X is 10, X is 20, always it takes the latest value 104080. But okay, you may ask, but is there any possibility of printing this X value? See, one thing, X cannot store two values, X cannot store two addresses. X cannot store two addresses or two values here. So whenever you want to create X equal to 20, first this has to be removed from the memory and this has to be created. But you cannot have two X with two addresses or two values. No, first it has to be removed, it has to be created. So only if you got only this X only will be accessed. So observe these four cases. Any queries in these four cases? Case 1, how to print the content, how to print the address and type. Case 2, case 2 you observe two different variables X and Y with two different values, two different objects, two different addresses. Case 3, 10, 10, 10, only one object, one address, X, Y, and Z with same contents, with same address. But if you are saying, if you are modifying the X value from 10 to 20, only that this will be existing, the previous one will be removed from the memory. Yes. Any queries you got, anyone?
No.
Okay, so just observe here, coming to the data types in Python. See, we won't specify the type in Python. Directly, we will provide the value. So generally, Python has got two types. Data types are of two types. We say like fundamental data types, and secondly, collection data types. In a simple way, I define fundamental data types like, in a simple way, object to holding a single value. What is this? Object to holding a single value. We call it as fundamental. Collection means the name itself saying collection of values, group of values, set of values. Simple way, object to holding group of values or set of values. Holding single value is fundamental, holding group of values is collection type. Example of fundamental type, generally if we say x equal to 10, what happens? Internally one object created, I said, with some value 10 with some address. The address is written to x. Here, what is this? It is an object holding a single value. Object holding a single value. Always fundamental data types will hold single value. But if you talk collection data types, for example, x equal to some list type 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, list of values. So here one object will be created. Object is going to have some values 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So 10, some address. The address is given to this. Here object to holding, group of values. Object holding single value, yes. Object holding single value, fundamental. Object holding group of values, collection type. Yes. Now go back. Yes. Just a second. Sorry. Yes. See that fundamental data types. Fundamental data types. Mainly are of five types. Fundamental data types mainly are of five types. Yes. Integer, float, Boolean, string, complex. Integer, float, Boolean, string, complex. Age 30. 6.3. Boolean, which returns either true or false. True means 1, false indicates 0. String, a sequence collection of characters. City equal to Hyderabad, right? So sequence collection of characters, like string. Complex, real and imaginary, x plus iy. Yes, in Python, just instead of the I symbol I, we use the symbol J for imaginary, right? Yes. Later I discuss about it. So integer, float, boolean, string, and complex. Collection or collection data types. Collection data types mainly are four types. Four types of collections: list, tuple, set, dictionary. List, tuple, set, and dictionary. List represented using a squared bracket. Tuple represented using normal braces. Set represented by using curly braces. Dictionary by using a key and a value. Collection of, okay, example, right? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. List of values, tuple of values. Tuple equal to, yes. The main difference between a list and a tuple. If in a tuple, you can add elements and new elements. If you want to add, you can add. You can remove an element, you can modify an element. These three things you cannot do in tuple. You cannot add a new element, you cannot modify an existing element, you cannot remove an element. Once you define a tuple, it's like a constant. But list, you can add, remove, modify, insert, update, delete. Possible. This set is used for mathematical operations. Later, we have got a lot of discussion on this collection type. We'll be discussing one by one, their properties, their methods, their functions. Right. Dictionary is something like a key and a value, collection of key value pairs. For example, name Ajay, right? For example, age 25. For example, collection of key value pairs. This is key, this is value. This is key, this is value. This is key, this is value. Key value representations. Key value representations, right? Okay. Now, these are the collection data types, fundamental data. I said we have got a lot of discussion on this. Collections list, like list properties, list indexing, list slicing, list functions, list methods, list addresses, nested list, list modification, the same way for tuple sets and dictionaries. In the case of fundamental type, we have got a lot of discussion on string. So just what is a string? Observe string. A string is a sequence collection of, it is a sequence collection of characters. It's a sequence collection of characters. In Python, a string is represented. A string is represented using, yes, three ways. Using single quote, yes. Using single quote, just check with this. In this way, using double quote. Using double quote. Using single quote, using double quote, and using triple quote. In Python, a string is represented using single, double, and triple quote. Yes. Each example of it, just now I said city equal to Hyderabad. If it is a single word or line, go with single quote or double quote. If it is multiple lines, go for triple quote. If it is a paragraph, go with triple quote. If it is a single word or single line, you can make use of this. Each character of a string is represented or accessed by a unique index. Each character of a string is represented accessed by a unique index. String supports two types of indexes. String supports two types of indexes. First one, positive index or forward index. Negative index or backward index. Negative index or positive index. Positive index are forward, negative or backward. So here this index starts from left to right. Index starts with 0. Index starts from left to right. Index starts with 0. This negative index or backward index. Index starts from right to left. Index starts with -1. Understand here? Index starts with -1. Right? Check with this. Yes. Now just observe with this. Check with this. Right? Yes. X equal to Python within double quotes. If you are represent anything in double quotes, it is a string. So just observe here, right? Python, Python. It is going to have some address. The address is given to X. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Forward index or backward index? So -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. This is a backward index, negative index. Forward index or backward index or negative index. What is x of 2 value here? Anyone try to respond? X of 2 value.
Why? Why? Because, no. T. Yeah. Yeah.
What is x of -4?
Same thing.
T. So if you want anytime if you want the last character x of -1, you can see it gives the last character. Can you say that positive or negative index for accessing the characters, right? So single line comment in Python starts with hash symbol. It's not executable. Multiple lines of code you can just give in this way. You can just give this and end with this. Multi-line comments. X equal to Python print X means Python will be printed. See, type, there is a type function, type of X prints the type, what type? String str type. Print ID of X, the address where exactly it is stored. Len of X, number of characters within the string. What is the len? Yes. I created a separate folder for this batch, Python 8 p.m. Okay. str1.py run module printing that print X. Type of X is what type? String str. Address where exactly it is stored in the memory. Length, number of characters within this. How many? 6 characters. Now, y equal to programming. Y equal to programming. Print x plus y. Print x plus y means this we call it as concatenation. Concatenation means adding two strings. First string followed by second string. First string followed by second string. Check this. Python plus programming, you will get as Python programming. If you want space between these two, Python and programming, add 3 strings. Between these two, one more string space. X is one string, Y is one string, and space is one. Python space programming, right? Yes. Okay. Next, string slicing. Extracting particular portion of a string. Extracting particular portion of a string. For example, x equal to Python program. If I say Python program, right? Now I want to extract a particular portion of a string. Extract only Python from this. Try to say extract only Python. You won't see any complex statements here. Just try to respond everyone. Print x of. You want 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0 to. Actually 0 to 5 it has to be, but 6 I need to give. This we call it as lower bound, this we call it as upper bound. Always upper bound excluded, always upper bound excluded. Now, have you understood why I have given 6? If I given 5, 5 should have been excluded, right? So here 6, if we give 6 will be excluded, up to 5 only it will consider. Python only you will get, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you have got any queries, you can type your queries in the chat, or you can directly unmute and you can ask your queries. Python, right? Yes. Okay. Extracting Python. Extract only Python from this. Next. For example, extract only the middle portion of the string prog. Extract only this prog. Hmm. Try to respond, everyone.
Mm, That 7, 8 to
0,
Durga
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This space also is 7. Start from 7 to
7 to 12. Hold on, is it? And
7 you want, 8 you want, 9 you want, 10 you want. 11 has to
okay.
be given. 11 excludes, right? Run model prog you get right. What if I say in the opposite way, x of 11 to 7? In the opposite way, 7 to 11, okay, prog. 11 to 7 if I say empty string. Why empty string? Because always, understand here, always slicing in the forward direction. Anytime if you go in backward direction, you will get empty string. 7 to 11 means in this way. 11 to 7 means you are going in backward direction. If you slice, you will get empty string. Can you see the empty string here? All right. Now extract prog using negative index. Everyone unmute and try to respond. Yes, whether your answers are correct or wrong. Using a negative index, you say me. Negative index also forward
Yes, and
direction only. In forward direction only.
minus what that is 6, -6, right? -6 to 0. Is it?
-1, -2, -3,
Oh,
-4, -5, -6, -7. Start with the
okay.
-7 and go in the forward direction only. -7 you want, -6 you want, -5 you want, -4 you want. I need to give -3. -3 will be excluded. Up to -4 it will consider, right? -7, -6, -5, -4.
Mm,
Means -3 I need to do. -3 will be excluded. Up to -4 it will take. PROG, right? Yes. Extract the entire word program now. Extract the entire word program. Yes. Extract the entire word program. Using a positive index, you say me first. X of
8. Is it? No, 7.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Can I give 13? If I give 13, M will be excluded, right?
10.
Can I give 14?
Mm,
14 index not available, but still I can provide, right? Because it is excluded. Up to 13 only it will consider. Up
right.
to 13 only it will consider it. Otherwise, you can use shortcut like this. Print x of 7. Don't provide the upper bound. Treats up to the end of the string.
Mm,
Both returns the same program, right? Yes. Now print x of using negative index, you say me. Program.
uh, that's 11. Is it -10? No. What is that? -13, is it? Yeah. -13 to? No.
-7 to. If I give -1 means M will be excluded. This
Minus,
-1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, minus.
oh.
If I give -1 means M will be excluded. Don't give anything. -7 to up to the end of the string it reads. all this gives program. What if I ignore this lower bound? Print x of lower bound is up to 6. Means same Python you get, right? Yes, you get Python. 6 will be excluded up to. What if I ignore both lower bound and upper bound? What is the output you get? Everyone.
Well, I think
Entire Python program you get. Entire Python program you get. Is it compulsory to use space there or not required? Here, space and space. These 3 statements results the same output. This last 4 statements results the same output. 0 to end of the string, entire string, entire string. These 4 statements. X of 0 to 14 with the increment of 0 to 14 with the increment of 2. What is that? 0 is what? Start value. For understanding, I'm writing a comment. 14 is the stop value. 2 is the step value. Increment by 2, step value. What are that you will get? It is going to read 0 index. Next, after that, increment by 2, 2 index. After that, 4 index, 6, 8, 10, 12. 14 excluded. It is going to read only the even indexed characters. Check it. Can I say in this way? It's the same thing. Print x of colon 0 to 14. 0 to 14 and this both are same or not? 0 to 14 means the entire string and this also entire string. This colon 2 as it is. This 0 to 14 and this both are same. This colon 2 will be as it is. Same output you will get for both. Both output for both or not?
yeah.
Print. There is a typo mistake in print. PRI. Yeah. Same output for both. See, in the same manner, print x colon -1 means from right side to left side. It reverses the string. What do you mean by this? Reverses the string. Check it, everything in the reversed order. Python program. Now, just observe. Now, have you heard about the word palindrome, anyone? Palindrome. What is palindrome, anyone? If we reverse a string, if we reverse a string, if we get the same string, if we get the same string, it is a palindrome. If we reverse a string, if we get the same string, it is a palindrome. X equal, for example, examples of palindrome, anyone? Examples of palindrome?
Malayalam.
Yeah, Malayalam. Madam. Malayalam, if reverse also, you'll get same thing. Madam, dad, I, level, race car, radar. In this way, all this. If you reverse also, you'll get the same thing. X equal to madam. Yes. Print X. Prints it. But if I reverse it, this is what reversing a string, store the result in Y. Store the result in Y. print y. Both are same, right? Both, if both are printing same, it is a palindrome. You reverse it, or if you're printing same, both are right. Okay. So we don't need to write huge codings here in Python. We have got inbuilt methods are available. Can you check it here? Inbuilt methods like just I'll take 5 minutes more. String methods. First one, like we have got a method like upper method to print in uppercase. For example, check with this, you got a string like this. Hyderabad. Print X dot upper, printing everything, a word or a line or a paragraph, everything you can print in uppercase. Run module, right? Next, if you want to print something in lowercase, we have got lower method. For example, x equal to Mumbai. If already it is in the uppercase, I want in lowercase. A word or a line or a paragraph can print in lower by saying lower method. Run it. Printing in lowercase. Mumbai in lowercase, it was in upper. For example, x equal to India. I want only the first character I in the uppercase, remaining all in the lower cases. How can I do? We have got a method like capitalize. Check it now. Check it now. Only the first character I only in the uppercase, remaining all in the lower case. What is that method? Capitalize. For capitalizing the first character of each word, for capitalizing the first character of a string, that's it. For example, observe this string. For example, I'm saying good evening, Hyderabad. Now, how many words are there in this? 3 words. Each and every word first character, this G in uppercase, E in uppercase, H in uppercase I want. I want a G in uppercase, E in uppercase, H in uppercase. Print, what is that? X dot title. What is that? X dot title. Check it now. Each and every word, first character in the uppercase or not? What is that? Title. For capitalizing the first character of each word in a string, right? For example, where exactly this can be useful means, for example, you got some employee names like Rahul, Ajay, Miller, Blake, James, Ravi, John, Amar, Rohit. In this way, you got some hundreds of names. I want each and every employee name first character in the uppercase. EMPS dot title. That's it. Now you can see all the employee names first character in the uppercase or not. Just say employees dot title. Rahul or in uppercase. B in uppercase. Every employee name, right? Just 2 minutes. We have got a method called replace. For replacing a portion, replacing a portion of a string. X equal to Rohit is the captain of India. Now print X dot replace the word Rohit. Replace the word Rohit with Gill. What is that? Run, run module. Gill is the captain of India. Replacing a word. For example, X equal to, I'm saying Java is easy. Java is easy. Just print X dot replace the word Java with Python. Replace the word Java with Python. What is the output you get? Python is replacing a particular portion of a string, a word or a sentence also you can. Python is easy. In this way, we have got many methods. We don't need to write any code. Do you see any complex word or complex statements here? Just you can see in this way, many methods are there. Not only this upper, lower, capitalize, title, replace, swap case, count, strip, find, starts with, ends with, split. In this way, many more methods. We'll be continuing more methods in the tomorrow's class. And tomorrow the link will be changing, right? You are supposed to get enrolled to get that paid link. So you can see in the chart panel, a big message is given by this online team. Their contact details, they are given, the payment details they have provided. Yes. And if you are getting enrolled, if you have got enrolled, right, don't forget to share the screenshot of your payment to that mail ID that are provided. DURGASOFT online training at the rate gmail.com, that is provided, right? But tomorrow we'll be continuing from this string methods. Just you can check with this course content once again, right?
Sorry, which email ID?
You can see in the Zoom chat, right? They have given one DURGASOFT online training at the rate gmail.com. You can see in the Zoom it is given in the middle of.
Oh, yeah, I see. Yeah.
So once you can check the course content in brief, in depth, we'll be discussing Python basics, Python operations, operators in Python, IDEs, flow control statements, looping statements, strings, collections, lists, tuples, sets, dictionaries, functions in Python, modules in Python, packages, errors and exceptions, file handling, object-oriented programming concepts, regular expressions, database connectivity, Python datetime module, OS module, iterators, generators, closers and decorators, graphic programming, Excel workbook, introduction to data science, pandas module, NumPy and Matplotlib. This is for Python core and advanced, and people who wants to go for Python full stack, Python framework, like Django framework will be discussed in brief with 15 applications creations. UI technologies like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript will be discussed with MySQL. Okay. So once again, you can just check with this.
Yeah, I have sent.
Yeah, you can
I have
send them, they'll
enrolled.
forward you. If you're not getting the link, you can just call that numbers also. You can save that numbers, right? If you have not got the link for tomorrow's class, then just call on those numbers. So Python Core and Advanced, 70 hours, around 2 months, 5,000 is the course fee. And for UI technologies, see, apart from Python, if you want to go with full stack, right? Just UI technologies, Django framework, Flask framework, MySQL, and a project from topics from 2 to 6 takes 70 more hours, 2 months duration, right? So Python's for 70 hours, Python frameworks for 70 more hours, 140 hours, 2 months plus 2 months, totally 4 months, right? 5,000 plus 7,000 is 12,000, right? Yes. So if you're taking the entire package with a single payment, it is 10,000. Timings will be same timing, 8 p.m., right? And
Okay.
and here offerings from my side, you'll be getting each and every session videos. Tomorrow onwards, you'll be getting the videos to your Google Drive, soft copy of the notes to your mails, assignments and tasks, and a WhatsApp group will be created tomorrow. Will be added to the WhatsApp group, resumes and interview questions, live interactive hands-on sessions. 300
Current.
plus code examples in Python core and advanced and 15 plus applications in this Python frameworks. Any other queries you got, anyone, right?
Uh,
Any queries, right?
Now, I have sent the money to them.
Yes, yes. They will forward you the link by tomorrow afternoon. They'll forward. The link you will be
Okay.
getting tomorrow afternoon. Right? Still, if anyone, if you're not after paying us, if you're not getting the link, can contact that contact numbers, right?
Okay. All
So
right.
fine. So I'm stopping for here. We'll continue tomorrow. More discussion, continuation from the string methods. Thank you all for your time. Thank you. Good night.